Elbows up, economy down, how Mark Carney blew up Canada's future. Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. This next article was researched and written by one of our Wake Up Canada News contributing writers. Ah, yes, the promise. Elbows up. Mark Carney said it, strutting around like some financial superhero sent to rescue the nation with his polished banker talk and calm, collected demeanor. The media swooned, calling him the adult in the room, the man who would finally stand strong against foreign pressure. And you believed it. You really did, until the entire trade relationship with the United States went up in flames because, surprise, Ottawa decided to treat diplomacy with a reality TV stunt. It all started with the so-called anti-tariff ad. You know, the one that featured Ronald Reagan's voice and image without so much as a permission slip? That's right, a taxpayer-funded ad using an American icon to flex Canada's strength, because clearly that's the hill we wanted to die on. The Reagan Foundation called it fake. Trump called it fraud. And then, in a move that shocked literally no one, all trade negotiations with Canada were terminated. Years of cooperation gone in one executive shrug. Now Mark Carney and his elbows-up bravado looked like geniuses, didn't they? No, they actually looked like toddlers throwing a tantrum in the world's biggest sandbox. U.S. imports froze, Canadian exporters panicked, factories idled, truckers sat at the border like they were extras in a government PSA. And what did Carney do? He hid behind the usual resilient markets talking points. Like the economy is a snow globe. You can just shake it until it looks pretty again. Meanwhile, Doug Ford's fingerprints were all over this fiasco too, pushing for strength in the ad, while Carney just nodded politely and let the fireworks happen. Ottawa froze. Queen's Park shrugged. Canada burned. Classic. Of course, this was never just about one ad. No, this is about a pattern. Carney's whole shtick. Now, the "I'm a former banker, I know the world" charm offensive turned out to be less about saving Canada and more about performing for the global elite who've been itching for North America's backbone to snap. When Canada and the U.S. are united, those boardroom overlords can't play their little game. But when the partnership fractures, well, suddenly, Canada is a puppet they can nudge and prod as they see fit. Genius strategy if you're them, catastrophe if you're us. And the fallout? Oh, the little people get the honor of footing the bill. Layoffs, frozen supply chains, small businesses closing, farmers seeing export contracts vanish into thin air, Alberta oil piling up like it's a bad prop in a dystopian film. Meanwhile, Carney and his media friends will tell us this is the proof Canada needs to diversify the economy. Translation? We need to depend more on China, Europe, and whatever flavor of the week global initiative keeps our leaders looking competent. Build resilience, they call it. Build dependency, we call it. Same difference. The big multinationals are ready to swoop in and grab assets at bargain bin prices. Chinese firms will take over critical minerals and agriculture. American and European hedge funds will quietly purchase Canadian manufacturing plants under the guise of investment relief. And the liberals? Well, they'll call it progress. Because optics are everything. Outcomes, not so much. And let's not forget energy. Canada has resources that could fund innovation for generations, but instead we get endless ideological debates, pipelines blocked, billions in revenue turned away. Green transitions without infrastructure are just fairy tales for international summits, while the rest of the world exploits their energy advantage without apology. But hey, we're polite, so that counts for something, right? At the heart of all of this is arrogance masquerading as competence. Carney's Elbows Up campaign was never for Canadians. It was for the global financiers who engineered the chaos in the first place. They fed him the lines, shaped the narrative, and now he's the poster boy for a self-inflicted economic meltdown. Create a crisis, blame the innocent, sell the solution. It's the oldest trick in the Davos playbook, and Canada just played right into it. But maybe there's hope. The collapse, painful as it is, can be a wake-up call. Step 1. Admit that Ottawa's arrogance costs leverage. Number 2. Rebuild policy independence. Stop following global cues and start listening to Canadian workers, manufacturers, and entrepreneurs. Step 3. Rethink diplomacy. Respect is earned, not begged for. Number 4. Reclaim energy independence. Stop letting ideology and photo ops dictate billion-dollar decisions. If Canadians want their country back, it's time for less spin and more substance. Less marketing, more pragmatism. Humanity over hubris. Canada can rebuild its confidence, credibility, and independence, but only if we stop letting slogans and theater run our economy. History will remember this moment. Will it remember a nation that bent under arrogance, manipulation, and self-serving elites? Or a nation that saw through the illusions, reclaimed its power, and led again? The choice is ours, and the time is now. Thanks for watching Wake Up Canada News. Please like, share, and follow us on any of your favorite socials, including Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and our website at wakeupcanadanews.com. Till next time, remember you're the voice. It's time to make it count. I'm Brad Wilder. I'll see you soon.